Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's session. We're going to be looking at a very topical issue right now in Ghana. And I came across this headline and I cannot just, gloss over it. I need to really get into it and then share my thoughts on that. Okay, so I came across this information that contractors begin work on Suame Road after demonstration against Kyei Mensah Bonsu. Okay, it says contractors begin work on Suame Road after demonstration against Kyei Mensah Bonsu. Okay, so let me just give some background to this. Um, a few days ago, some youth in the Suame region or constituency went on a demonstration. They blocked roads, or they blocked a major road on the Suame or in the Suame constituency, uh, primarily due to the fact that the contractor who had been awarded a contract to fix that road for some years now, or for a very long time now, has not completed the construction of that road. He actually started, or they had actually started with the construction of the road, but at some point had halted with the construction of the road. Okay, and the youth were tired of waiting for that road to be constructed, because if they had started and the road was dusty, producing so much dust, affecting their business and so on, and nobody was telling them anything, no contractor was showing up to continue with the work, then they had every right to make noise about it. But this got pretty dicey when the MP for the area and the majority speaker, Honorable Kyei Mensah Bonsu, appeared at the demonstration area and tried to address the crowd. And the youth were not having it. They actually pelted him with stones and all sorts of items, water and so on, because they were not excited about what was happening over there. So it was quite a chaotic scene in Suame during the last week or so. Okay, now the fast forward to today. Now we can tell, or we've just had reports that after that demonstration and what happened, the encounter between the MP and the constituents, the contractor has gone back to site and is working on finishing the road, or completing the fixing the road. Okay, so this is the report we are getting. Okay, let us know what your comments are about this matter, okay, in the comment section. If you like our content, don't forget to also subscribe. Okay, good. Now let me share my thoughts. For me, I do not ascribe to violence. I do not ascribe to violence of any nature. So first of all, let's get that clear. It is not right for whoever to use violence as a means to try to, make their points, or to put their points across. So that is actually illegal, to be able to put up violent protest. Okay, it is actually illegal and people could get into trouble for that. So I don't ascribe that. Property, lives could be lost and all of that. So it is not the best way to go. But they have every right to protest legally. Okay, so protests, going on demonstrations and so on, legal demonstrations are acceptable. You have to go through the right process, notify the police, let them have an arrangement as to the route you're going to use and so on, and all of that. But blocking roads and all of that is also not the right way to go. Okay, so having said that, I also need to say or state that it is quite understandable why these young guys will go out there and do this. You see, because it is disheartening. For example, where I live, the road right in front of my house has been untarred for over 30 years. It is a feeder road and it has been untarred for over 30 years. Yet every single year, every resident or every house pays property rates to the local government or to the local assembly. So the first question is, what do they use all of that money for? Okay, even if I were saving up that amount of money, okay, for 5 years, I could single-handedly do something about the condition of the road, which is right in front of my house. So assuming everybody kept that property rates with them individually, and then within a space of 5 to 10 years, we could have fixed the roads ourselves, or we could have done something about it. Maybe we couldn't have gotten a first-class road, or we couldn't have gotten asphalt, but we could have done something about it to better it, to improve upon the state. So the question is, it is not about the lack of funds. The money is coming through, but where is the money ended up? That is the problem. You see, the problem is that the money is being collected from at the local level into government coffers, but we can't seem to, direct the funds to the appropriate quarters. What it is supposed to be used for, is not getting done. So we can understand when the youth eventually get fed up and they begin to take the law into their own hands. Okay, that is not right though. Taking the law into your own hands is not right. But you see, when our leaders also push citizens to the wall, things like this will begin to spring up. So we are saying, if after the demonstration, a few days after the demonstration, contractors can mobilize at the site and start working on the site, then it means they could have done it long ago. And what kind of message are you sending to them? That next time, when they want something to be done, when they want to demand accountability, they should go on such demonstrations again and behave like that towards the MPs. All of this is needless. If our leaders will just do what is necessary, will do what will make all of us comfortable, rather than just a few people comfortable, then we'll have something positive to say. You look at other jurisdictions, Dubai and co., you realize that within a short period of time, within 50 years, Dubai has been transformed. Within just 50 years, there was a mega plan. Everybody followed suit. The money which was received from the locals was used to develop the state, or was used to develop the country, to fix the roads, to build affordable housing, to beautify the state, to build tourist attractions for people to come and see. Why can't we do the same in our part of the world? We prefer to spend money on trivialities, to pay things like ex gratia, which at the end of the day is just money going to these MPs. Buy them V8s, presidential travels. We spend so much on that, where he rents private jets for God knows how much. Okay, when we have a national jet which he could use, a private jet or a national jet which he could use, he abandons that and goes to rent private jets, spending all of that money, millions of Ghana cedis. Now, 3 million Ghana cedis or 1 million Ghana cedis can fix at least some roads in some constituencies. So why are we not prioritizing? Why are we not doing what we need to do? Is it that our leaders just take delight in not fixing our problems, or stealing from us, or being corrupt? What is the issue? Or there's no money at all. So where did the money all of a sudden evaporate to? All of the money, the taxes we collect, all of that, where did this evaporate to? Yes, I do understand that, we pay a big chunk, or we use a big chunk of our GDP to pay workers, government workers, and so on. And that leaves us with little or nothing for developmental works. But at the end of the day, that is why we have a government in place. Okay? What can this government do to be able to ensure that it has enough resources to do what it needs to do comfortably? All right? So, in the first place, we have to cut down on our wastages. There are certain things which duplication of effort. We used to have a Ghana card. We are now doing another Ghana card for millions of, about $600 million or so. Is it necessary? Okay, so we need to be able to cut down on the wastage. And that would all of a sudden give us enough resources to do what is necessary. You understand? It's not as if anybody hates anybody, but let us speak truth to power. Let us ensure that what the monies we are collecting, we are using for the right things. Okay, so MPs, district chief executives, okay, DCEs, heads of states and so on across Africa and all of that. You see, my advice to all of you is that understand that you are there for a reason, to serve the people, and make sure that once you leave that office, you can beat your chest confidently and say you've served your people, that you didn't come there to pocket money or to build dynasties for yourself and your family. To what end, really? To what end? All these things, at the end of the day, nobody will die and take a single penny away with them. All this money that some of these politicians are, misusing and taking over. Look, you will go and you leave everything here. And probably even your kids will mismanage it. And those you are leaving it for and fighting for will mismanage it badly or poorly. So the point is, why don't you leave a lasting legacy? Why don't you do something that will be to the benefit of the entire nation? If you are an MP, lobby for development for your constituency, real development. Okay, yes, I know MPs are not supposed to their primary duty is to make laws. Okay, so it's not to come and construct roads. But at the end of the day, DCEs and all of that, must ensure that these roads are built. MPs can lobby because when they are campaigning, they tell you that they will construct your roads. So now we must hold you by the same measure and standard. So if you came to tell me that when I vote for you, you will build and construct my road, when the road is not constructed, who should I go to? I'll come to you. So that is what we are seeing happening. And if we are not careful, many neglected areas will follow next. Okay, so my humble appeal to all these honorables is that, look, all this wastage, all this greed, all this unnecessary, grabbing here and there is not important. What is important is that let us make sure that we are fixing the economy. Let's make sure that we improve upon we grow our, GDP, so that, or our gross domestic input, our gross domestic income, so that we will be able to embark on some of these projects. Let's cut down on wastages in the system. Okay, wasting money on unnecessary things will not get us anywhere. Okay, all right. You can also share your comments in the comment section below. And you could also subscribe if you like this and would want to continue to see more videos from myself. Thank you and see you for our next series. Bye-bye for now.